Hi, I'm Liz, teaching from my studio, Brazilian Yoga and Pilates in Los Angeles. I'm here to show you poses today for the first trimester of pregnancy. So if the fertility video was a success, congratulations. I'm happy to see you here. First trimester can be kind of iffy for a lot of people. You've been thoroughly warned, don't do anything. It's definitely the most fragile point of pregnancy. That's why the stuff that we do is really restorative and very gentle. We're gonna bolster ourselves up with tons of props to make sure that nothing can move unexpectedly and just really relax in a stationary position. What we wanna do here is, again, make space for the baby, open the hips, and also relax the lower back. Always have a blanket handy, it's cushioning. Then we're gonna go with a bolster. Now this is a yoga bolster, but if you don't have one of these, what you're gonna use is a thick pillow. And if you don't have a pillow that's thick enough, you're gonna take the blanket and add more thickness to the pillow. So what we're going to do is we're going to position this about halfway down on our mat. Our torso is going to be laying over this in just a second. Now my bolster is thick enough, so I'm not gonna use my blanket here, but I am gonna use it underneath my bunda. Bunda is Brazilian for butt, and I like it because it sounds like what it is, bunda. All right, and so no one can be offended also because it's a foreign language. All right, so now we're gonna grab these blocks as well. These blocks are gonna be the landing pads for the sides of our knees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place them beside the blanket. All right. So positioning your back up against the bolster and your bunda's on the blanket, we're now going to open our knees and put them on the blocks. So see, mine don't come quite down to the blocks yet, so I'm gonna choose a medium setting for those guys. And once I feel nice and secure here, that is the key, nothing is moving anywhere, no sudden movements, we will slowly lay the torso back down onto the bolster. Then we can open the arms out to the side and also allow the chest to expand. Take a few deep breaths here. Supta Baddha Konasana. The expansion is definitely happening laterally. So as you breathe, imagine the hips widening, the rib cage widening, and from all that space you've created, begin to let go deeper and deeper with each breath. Supta Baddha Konasana is also a restorative posture. That means you can hold it for 10, sometimes even 15 minutes, as long as it feels good. And once you've finished, very important, the way you're getting up. You're gonna bring the knees together to one side so you can kind of shift onto the side of the hips. And then use the hand as supports to help you return to a seated position. And now we're moving on to the second pose for the first trimester of pregnancy. Now we're going to do Warrior Two. Warrior Two is a hip opener and it's safe for the first trimester of yoga, but since we're doing this at home, I want to take the extra measure of giving you something to support your weight on so that there's no chance for error. In this case, I'm going to use a ball. It's a nice bouncy ball, exercise ball, Pilates ball. This one is 70 centimeters, but you're welcome to use something a little bit smaller or even a chair without arms if you don't have one of these. The main thing that this is going to help us do is support the weight of the pelvis, so there's no chance for crashing or falling over one way or the other. All right, and you can do this also if you're not pregnant, it's great fun. All right, so we want to put this between our legs and then set up for Warrior Two. Our feet are going to be in the same line with each other. One is going to be facing the wall in front of us and the other is going to be facing the wall behind us. Now this back toe is gonna be pigeon-toed. So the angle of the foot is about 20 degrees inward, and then this one is 180 degrees, flush with the side of the mat. This allows us to open our hips up evenly and then start sitting down into the posture. Even though we have some support here, a wonderful thing that's happening is that we're getting more strength in the legs. It's really important to start building the strength in the legs in the first trimester of pregnancy because pretty soon they're going to have more weight to bear. So once you feel that your legs are doing work and the weight of your pelvis is also supported, go ahead and top it off by opening your wingspan and breathing across the chest. Warrior Two is a pose that we use in yoga to develop focus and determination. So sometimes I like to imagine something just beyond my reach, maybe a goal or something I have, and just clearly envision that at the tip of my fingertips. Take a few breaths here. And then if you want to reverse it, take the back hand and just tilt that up again, following the gaze, or the gaze follows the fingers. Take a few breaths, and whenever you're ready, rewind. Slowly straightening both legs and coming off of the ball or the chair. I'm Liz, teaching from my studio Brazilian Yoga and Pilates in Los Angeles. Today I've shown you two poses that are great to do in the first trimester of pregnancy. Now you've probably heard a zillion warnings about what not to do in the first trimester because it's such a delicate time period. But it's important to have some physical activity so that you can take care of your own health and also prepare yourself for the second and third trimesters. The poses we've done today work on really strengthening the legs so that you can move that weight around safely, and also opening the hips so you can make space for your new baby.